live from St. Louis, Missouri, and it is time for Ignition, episode 79. Leading things off with the women's tag division, it is the Bangers, Adashko and Do Hyun, taking on Daya and Eve Moreau. Daya and Eve have been off to a bit of a rough start this season. We're going to have to see if they can pull things back together here in this match, or if the Bangers will continue on a strong run. They've been doing pretty well lately. It's led to them being near the top of the current women's tag division. They're currently exceeded by the Classics, Las Explosivas, and Shine It. Las Explosivas right now leading the bracket, 2 wins in this season so far. Doing very well for themselves. This will be the Bangers first Ignition match here in this season. Checking my history right now. I don't think they had a match this season at all as a team. Both members were very busy with the Winter Grand Prix. So for the Bangers, it's actually pretty important. If they can get the win here, that'll start them off right back. I think they'll go right back to being at the tied, I guess, for second place in the bracket, close to the top. Another win will put them back to the top, right alongside Las Explosivas. Classics have had one match. Their match was just last weekend. They took on the Shogunate and came out on the losing end. The Shogunate sitting with a 1-0 record here this season. Starting off the match, Adashko, Eve Moreau. Adashko quick to tag, Eve not following suit. Something we saw be a detriment in the previous tag match. Eve Moreau was unable to keep up with the heat, even as she refused to tag out. We'll have to see if that continues into this match. If so, the Bangers might be looking at I wouldn't say easy, but possible, highly possible win. Cover, it's a 1. Eaton's now in. It is good to see that Eaton's at least learned a little. Tagging in Daya, not trying to go at it solo. About 5 minutes into this match, and a tag back to Eve from Daya. And Daya probably thinking conserve her own strength. So I'm a little surprised. Wait a minute, SOW special! I'm a little surprised that Daya would tag out while Do was in the ring. They have some negative history between the two of them. Do Hyun being the cause of an injury Daya suffered in Season 2 that kept her out for a good period of time. to Adashko and sets Eve up in their corner. Sends Eve flying. Adashko with a big kick. And then a clothesline to follow it up. Sets Eve right back up in the corner. She's not done. Kicks her down. And the Meteora in the corner. Adashko pulling out an explosive offense here against Eve. That's going to be a pretty big deal. Moving towards the finish of this match if they can clinch it over Eve. But Eve smartly tags out. I was going to say, like, Eve has shown this tendency to try and stay in longer than she should. And all that offense being exploded onto her by Adashko. Clearly, Adashko thought that might be the opportunity to capitalize on Eve's recklessness, but no, Eve seems to have learned from the past mistakes. This goes to show that even now, as this division continues to grow, our women's division remains one of the most adept. They know how to adapt and how to evolve in order to continue to see success. Right now it's Daya versus Doe, and Doe is not playing nice whatsoever. Tag to Adashko, so Daya tags out to Eve. Oh! The clashing hips into the cover. I think they call that crossfire. Eve goes up top, was thinking the elbow drop, but Adashko too quick to get up, and now it's tag to Daya. Eve really showing how much she's improved in just a short period between her last match and this one. Oh my God, pedigree! The midnight butterfly from Adashko right into a northern light, but that gets the rope break. Now Daya looking to try and take advantage. Oh, actually, no, she's calling Adashko to attack. Saying, hey, bring it. Looks like it didn't have much effect. Pushed Adashko away. Now that shotgun drop kick to the chest. Adashko with the counter. Daya right back up, but now Doe's tagged in. Oh, they were looking for a crossfire again, but couldn't get it. Drop kicks to the chest. Adashko retreats back to the apron. Daya sets Doe up in the center. Doe sets up Daya in the corner, but then picks her, swipes her to the other corner. Puts her up on top. And it's a Steiner from the top rope for the cover. 1, 2, no. Spine buster from Daya Keaton. Picks Doe up, but Doe with the counter catches her in a headlock. And the cutter. However, now Daya right back up. Daya tosses Doe to the outside, goes to the outside, follows up, stomp to the chest of Doe. Doe catches her in an airplane spin. Drops her down. Not done. Oh my God, she's not going to. Giant swing on the outside as the count is going up. Daya gets up, but she falls over the count at 8. Oh my God, wait a minute. Daya is not recovering on the outside. Doe Hyun wore her out enough with the spin into the swing to prevent Daya from getting back in the ring. She got up right as the count hit 10. Genius move by Doe Hyun. is the second time now that Daya has been counted out. I do not think she's going to be very happy about that. That's another loss on the record book as well for the team of Daya and Keith here this season. They started out with no point, with only 1 point last season to move over into this one, and with 2 losses, they're not looking to get much higher anytime soon. They're going to have to turn that around quickly. But for now, we have to focus in on this upcoming singles match, which is a SOW Television Championship Eliminator between Steve Levy and Aleksei Zakhar. Saw just a moment ago, Aaron Payne challenging Ray and Tony Lee to a tag match at Winter Drift is already set. Payne is unbreakable, takes on the team of Tony Lee and El Rey Guerra in a grudge tag match. We'll have more details on that for you guys next week. For now, let us focus on this Television Championship Eliminator. If Steve Levy is able to get a pinfall or submission over Aleksei Zakhar here, then he will earn himself a shot at the SOW Television Championship. There's a 20-minute time limit here on this match, as there are with all television title matches, whether they're for the title or for a shot at the title. 20 minutes is all you get. You have to pin or submit the champion during that time period. If you do, you get a shot at the belt at a later time. Which Aleksei is very keen to not allow to happen. I'm sure he's not against defending the television championship, but if you're coming at him in an eliminator, he doesn't want to go into a title defense on the back foot again. He's already done it once, and he found it difficult to cinch the win in that match, having gone to time. He was able to, in the rematch, defeat Taichi Kazama. However, that will not be as easy of a feat if he's unable to stop Steve Levy here. Steve Levy has a lot more experience under his belt than Taichi. He's a lot more, I don't want to say talented, because talent is determined by a mixture of factors, but he's got a lot more seasoning on him. He's a seasoned veteran of the sport. So we'll see that come through in this match as he tries to work his way towards a shot at the television title. Kicking out the legs, no way. Oh my God! Bashes the head right into the side of that post. And you know that even though Aleksei's fighting back now, you know he's still hearing the ringing in his skull from that ding. Steve Levy looking to take advantage, but gets caught and swept down with a Russian leg sweep. Tries to go for the roll-up, but gets caught. Manages to roll out. However, let Aleksei take back control as he now locks in a figure four. Levy not going to tap there. Roll-up counters are from Steve have been very exceptional so far. crossbody counter, but Aleksei right back up. Went for the chop, got caught, snapmare, rolls to the outside to reset the momentum here a little bit. Back in the ring, fires on Steve Levy with a heavy elbow. But Steve comes back with punches. And so Aleksei responds with an uppercut. Forearm smash there. Snaps the arm over to a throw, judo style throw. Elbows to the side of the head, and then another one to the back. Goes for the cover, looking to wrap things up here, but no, kick out from the Hornet. Beautiful German. Gets him up, sends him back to the corner. But Steve with the sidewalk slam goes up top, drops the elbow straight to the chest. Now they're going back and forth. The uppercuts from Aleksei, the jaw punches from Steve. Finishes it off with a drop kick right to the chest and catapulting Aleksei around. Aleksei counters that headlock with a hammerlock. Flips behind, German suplex again. Picks Steve up, sends him to the ropes. And a beautiful sit-out power slam there. Now Steve sending Aleksei off the ropes, catches him with a bulldog. And now the abdominal stretch. Sends Aleksei into the corner. Looking to set him up. Top as he goes superplex from the second rope, yes. And now he's lined it up. Huge knee lift, picks him up. But Aleksei with the counter slips behind, German suplex. Boot to the chin. Steve Levy was looking, I think, for that DDT. Aleksei was quick with the counter leg sweep. This is how a champion fights. Off the ropes. Running uppercut. Another German sends Steve to the outside. Steve back into the ring. Now sending Aleksei off the ropes. Aleksei with the block with Steve. Pile driver! And he's feeling it. Goes up top, drops the leg, 1, 2, no, kick out. But Steve immediately sends Aleksei to the outside with a suplex. Aleksei counters, twists the arm, catches an exploder. Goes for the cover, 1, 2, no. Now Steve, hammerlock into the lariat. That could do it. 1. There we go. 2, 3. He gets it. The ref was a little slow to get in position there, but we got the 3. That means Steve Levy is getting a title shot. Well, it seems like tensions are breaking out between the Empire and Disruption. Steve Levy talking a lot of shit backstage. And following that up, we now are going to have another match in the way between the Empire and Disruption as the Outbacks are facing off against Nathan and Kerry. Been a lot of back and forth between these factions as of late. One can only wonder how it's going to come to a head. Maybe we'll see some previews of what could be to come in this match right here. So far, Disruption is 1 up tonight over the Empire. We know that Harry and Nathan are looking to make it 2. On the other side, the Empire's Outbacks do not want to lose the momentum that they built up earlier. They're currently 2-1. Made their way to a title match for the tag titles. Weren't quite successful in winning those belts, but any win can immediately bounce them right back to the top of the division. They're starting things off hot. Double DDT to Nathan, trying to wear down the big man early. If you pull that off, it's a big advantage in this match. Taking out one half of the opposing team, making them a little less functional, a little less useful. And make your job as a tag team a lot easier. Catches off. Aussie had been in control of that match for a while, but one catch from Nathan gave Nathan the time to get out to the tag. However, Aussie's still staying in control here for the most part. He tosses him to the corner, follows him over there and starts laying in the big knees. And now the camel clutch. Aussie breaks the grip, tags to Osaya. Now the big man of the Outbacks is here. Carey trying to work him, but Osaya used to people doing that, used to people trying to turn it into a technical match when he's in the ring. Ooh, Manhattan drop. Slap to the cheek. Go behind into a backdrop. And then a sidewalk slam tags to Nathan Fisk. Backs up, huge press in the corner. Nathan Fisk has taken control of this match since stepping back into the ring. Outbacks was trying to struggle back to a favorable position. Some chain wrestling from Aussie, but Nathan able to get free. Now going blow for blow with the big man. I'm not sure about that. Oh, but he makes it out. Okay, well, damn. I'll eat my words. Into the top, from the top, a back drop from a man that tall, Jesus. Aussie bringing it back down to the mat. This gives him a chance to recover from that. A huge backdrop while still putting on a little offense. However, it can't last for long. Carey came off and now he got the tag. That's what he really needed. Counter from Carey. Grabs Osaya, or grabs Aussie. Osaya tried a combination again, but couldn't land it. Carey with the counters. Carey manages to win that exchange. Sends Aussie, or Osaya into the ropes, but Osaya shoulder tackle into a power slam with the cover. Nathan not coming in to break that pin up. Makes me wonder, are Disruption out of cut play, or was Nathan just really not worried about Carey? Oh, death angle! Oh yeah, Nathan wasn't worried. And he manages to stop the cut play as Carey gets the 3 count with the death angle. Big win for Disruption there. and tonight as a whole over the Empire. We saw just a moment ago as Diabolico interrupted Hermes' speech and challenged him for both of the titles at Winter Drift. We now have that match official. At Winter Drift, it will be both the SOW National Heavyweight Championship and the WWSL Junior Heavyweight Championship on the line as Diabolico Del Plata takes on Hermes Rhapsodies. But right now, we're getting along with the women's singles division Once again, it is KEIKO taking on Kimiko Hoshina here tonight. Kimiko came off of a win against Aliah Pope, now being 1-6, having had an unfortunate tournament performance, but looking to turn things around. She scored a pinfall victory for her team with Kazumi Nishi, and now, just last Saturday, pinned Aliah Pope, giving herself her first singles victory of the season. So she's looking to take that momentum and continue it forward with this match here against KEIKO. KEIKO starting in control, big knees in the corner. Wrenches the arm. You know that KEIKO does like the arm work. She likes that bridging hammer lock that she picked up from Hyun. That was back during their days in JTW. KEIKO tried a couple times to break that hold, managed to break it eventually. But Kimiko right back into it. KEIKO's having a hard time with these holds, goes for the pin, gets Kimiko to break it herself. Right back to the mat. KEIKO with a reversal, twisting the arm. Kimiko with a reversal as well. Oh, and a big slam right to the back. Comes off the ropes, but KEIKO up too fast for Kimiko to get anything off. Kimiko goes for it again, drops the hips. KEIKO kicks out at 1. Now Kimiko has the arm. Straight arm bar applied. Oh, and KEIKO tossing Kimiko out over the top rope. Gonna fly. Hits her with a suicide dive to the outside. Kimiko back in the ring. KEIKO grabs a light tube. That's unexpected. Doesn't use it quite yet, but has it set over in that other corner. Kimiko brings KEIKO to the center of the ring, comes off the ropes, drops the hips again. 1, only a 1 still. KEIKO with a vertical. Now it's her turn, comes off the ropes, stomp to the chest. Kimiko gets back up. And then drops KEIKO with a gourd buster. Supari rush. And a huge shote in the corner. Following it up with a drop kick to the back of the head. Kimiko is really feeling it in this match. Doing a great job keeping the pressure up on KEIKO. But KEIKO is just as good as at reversing it. Head scissors whip. Oh, brain buster from Kimiko. Goes for the cover. 1, 2, not quite, but very close. Another head scissors whip from KEIKO. Picks Kimiko up. Steiner whip. But the code breaker from Kimiko into the cover. 1, 2, no! Backbreaker by KEIKO. KEIKO is in trouble in this match. Kimiko has been very on top of it. However, we've seen that before where Kimiko had the advantage but couldn't close the match out. Will that be the same this time around? There's plenty of time left, plenty of match still that could happen. High knee from KEIKO. Stomp to the back. And the katana! However, couldn't capitalize. Now Kimiko back up. And she's feeling it. Comes off the ropes. Drop kick to the chest. Kimiko back up, sends Kimiko into the corner. Whips her around, and now she's got the target on lock. She's looking for the violet shooting knee strike. Goes in, but not for the cover. That could be a mistake. Kimiko firing back. Huge chest slap, but the gunman giddy from KEIKO lifts Kimiko up. But Kimiko, deep root death driver, Cutter, flush, 1, 2, and she gets the 3! Kimiko pulls it out in the end, and has now got 2 wins under her belt in the singles division for season 3. It is now main event time here on SOW Ignition. Jay Wukon has been having a rough start to his season, but he is not deterred. He is looking to make a comeback here tonight against one of the toughest opponents in the men's division. He is going to be taking on Kaito Meiji. This is a match for the ages. If Jay Wukon is able to win here tonight, the confidence boost, the morale boost, the momentum that he would have, I mean, you would consider it unstoppable. However, that is a massive task on the horizon, because here comes now one of the greatest to ever do it. He is the Golden Star Kaito Meiji. Genuinely one of the best wrestlers we have here in the company. One of the greatest additions to the SOW roster. She came in on our very first pay-per-view, Rev Your Engines 2024. He has been here for a year and a half, and yet he has only had 1 world title challenge. That is a statistic he is certainly looking to change. In fact, he's not looking to just add another world title challenge to the list. He wants to win the belt. And I can't say that I would be against it if Kaito Meiji, came out and took back the SOW World Heavyweight Championship from the hands of Byron Mitchell. Tonight isn't just about Kaito. It isn't just about his aspirations. It's about the aspirations of the man he is in the ring with. A man who will have to fight harder than he's ever fought before if he wants to take down the aged but still competitive veteran known as Kaito Meiji. Jay Wukon considers himself unbounded, and he's showing a little bit of that power with that spine buster, but Kaito quick to kick out before the count can even begin. That's arm drag. Wukon looking to take control, comes off the ropes, boom! Huge senton, goes straight for the cover. I would too after dropping all that weight on somebody's chest, but Kaito able to kick out at one and comes back with a beautiful low drop kick. Another arm drag into a whip. Now neck lock applied.
Give up.
Jay Wukon has a lot of work to do, but he's doing well so far with the power. Kaito, nice takedown into an armbar. 5 minutes into this match already, and it feels like it's been going at an explosive pace because of Jay Wukon. This man right here will keep that ball rolling as fast and as hard as possible. Another big splash in the corner. He's not done. He throws Kaito to the ropes, lifts him up, boom, big elbow, and he's got him up again for the K-bomb. Sits out trying to end it within 10 minutes, but Kaito kicks out. Huge back fist, he's not done, goes for the cover again, 1, 2, Kaito kicks out. You can see Kaito was affected to a supreme degree by that sequence. The elbow right into the K-bomb. He was barely able to kick out before the 3 at first, but after the back fist, he kicked out with plenty of time before the 3rd count hit the mat. On the other side though, even with that Northern Light suplex, one of the best in the business, couldn't get more than a 1 on Jay Wukon. Jay Wukon has clearly taken the early advantage up in this match. Kaito trying to slow things down as a result. Comes off the ropes, beautiful flashing elbow, and transitions it directly into a triangle sleeper.
Give up.
And another. Even as Wukon breaks out of the first, he can't recover, so Kaito just locks in a second. Now it's Kaito coming off the ropes, low drop kick to the chin. But Wukon's not done, tries to pick him up for a power bomb. Kaito able to reverse, flips Wukon over. And then an arm whip. Kaito trying to work Wukon over bit by bit. Low drop kick, but the effects of the offense Wukon has been laying in on him starting to show here. Big German suplex. Kaito rolls all the way around off of the impact of that one. But now he's caught the ankle, wrenching at it. You can take out a big man's legs. You take out 90% of their moveset. Without their legs under them, they can't do anything. Taking him to the top. But Wukon, oh my God, what a counter. And he's not done. He's staying up top. Comes off the top with a moonsault attack. Picks him up. K-bomb! But Kaito gets the ropes. Back elbow off the pop-up, and Kaito right back up immediately with the headlock. That side headlock takeover into the side headlock itself. Very smooth counter, did not let Wukon set up another K-bomb. And there's the shining star. Short-armed up style, got it out quick. And he's not gonna stop there. Hits another one to the back of the head. Picks him up, sends him to the corner. And there's a third Shining Star in the corner. Lines it up. This could be the end. Shining Star again. But he's still not done for the fifth. And now he's going for the cover. Folks, that's it. Jay Wukon put up a great effort, but that's the... Oh my God. Jay Wukon kicked out before the three. 5 Shining Wizards in rapid succession. 5 Shining Stars, I should say, since this is Kaito. In rapid succession. And Jay Wukon still kicked out? I mean, what I was saying at the beginning of this match, this is the time, if he was going to pull everything he had in his tank out, this is the match to do it on. And now I don't know if Kaito has what he needs to put Jay Wukon away. Wukon, however, that impact of all of those Shining Stars showing in how tired out he has become after that sequence. Oh my God, a powerbomb from the top by Kaito! That's a desperate move. Kaito does not pull those out very often. But even that wasn't enough. Takes out the leg. Shining Star! Goes for the cover, that's the 6th one, that's gotta do it, no! Jay Wukon's still alive in this somehow. However, he's got to be running on fumes at this point. Kaito has taken all the fight out of him, from what I can tell. But wait a minute! Oh my God, Big Bang! Attack! And Kaito kicks out it just before the 3. There's the back elbow again. Wukon was trying to set up, I think that was going to be the setup for the Wukon driver. But Kaito able to avoid it, rolls through into an arm lock.
Give up.
Breaks the grip. Wukon not willing to lay down and lose. He kicks out of the flashing elbow as well. He survived so much here tonight. Oh my God, wait a minute. Could he be going? It's time for the pounce! Wukon's trying to mount a counter-offensive. He throws Kaito all the way out of the ring, taking the time to recover. Time he desperately needs if he's gonna mount this comeback. And now the alt switch K-bomb! That could do it, no! That's 3 K-bombs that Kaito himself has survived, as well as the Big Bang attack, the pounce, the spine buster, all the offense that Wukon has sent his way. Both of these men fighting at 130% right now. You gotta wonder just how much more they can take, though. Their bodies cannot keep up with their spirit forever. At some point, something's gotta give for one of these competitors. Now it's just a series of counters. Picks him up. Power bomb. High stack. But Kaito kicks out still. Gets right back to his feet. Jay Wukon sets him up in the corner. He's looking to put him up top. Kaito with the reversal. Double knees off the top. Wukon's back up. Tossing Kaito across the ring. And a big suplex. Kaito rolls out to avoid further damage. Wukon taking the time to recover as well. And then as soon as Kaito's back in the ring, he's tossing him around again. Sends him into the ropes. Goes for the big palm, but Kaito avoids it. Steiner sends Wukon to the corner. He's looking to set him up himself. Huge superplex. What an impact that had, but Wukon sits up. Kaito can't believe his eyes that Wukon can sit up after all the damage he's taken. After a superplex like that, he's back on the fight. Now Kaito right back after those ankles. He's recognizing that Wukon has too much left in him. He's gonna have to wear him down before he can get to this finish. Wukon's been fighting for his life for the past 10 minutes, it feels like, ever since that Shining Star sequence. And we're not done. Shooting Star! Shooting Star, that's gotta be it! It's gotta be over now! What the hell? What is Jay Wukon made of? Is it steel? Titanium? Diamond? Is this what it means to be unbounded? Kaito with the reverse Steiner, that poison Rana. Short arm scissor, he's trying to make Wukon tap. He doesn't know how much more he has in his own tank. And Wukon gets him up. Fourth time K-bomb! 2! No! Kaito's got enough left to kick out of that. But at this point, it's starting to feel like we got a draw on our hands. He's got him up again, spins him around, big bang attack. Roped break for Kaito. Sends Wukon into the corner. High knee. That Shining Star in the corner. Lines it up. Shooting Star again. That is it. What an insane effort by Jay Wukon. What a match from both of these men. But in the end, the Golden Star shines bright. That is all the time we have for Ignition tonight, everybody. I will see you all next time. I am your lead analyst, Double D, signing off.